Cancer Grad. We are live on CanPlan's site right now. Sorry, we're a minute late because we are coming in from our Facebook Live on Cancer Grad. So those of you who are just tuning in, as Facebook gets itself sorted out, I am Aniela.
I'm Nora.
And we are
Cancer Grads.
And
we are here in New York City.
Yeah, that was like a Wayne's World moment.
I know.
I was gonna be like,
oh, excellent. That's hilarious.
We are nerds.
We have one viewer. Again, I'm Nora.
It might be high roll. I
know
assume that it's high roll always.
We have a live studio audience consisting of High Roll, who is Mysterious Wicked Fighters.
And he is the one who makes these amazing Survivor bracelets, which are fantastic. So if you'd want to go to MWFC Walk, Instagram and Facebook.
You can check it out.
We just had a giveaway on our Facebook Live. So if you missed that, I'm sorry. You just missed that.
But you can check out his stuff.
You can check out his stuff, and we're going to be doing a giveaway on our Instagram later in the week, so you can follow that.
So we are here in New York City,
yes.
And tomorrow is the Stupid Cancer OMG Summit for cancer survivors and graduates and students probably as well. But today we are here to talk about this amazing planner.
It is amazing.
Holy mackerel. Sharon, you are the bomb.
And in all honesty, we would not even be talking about this and promoting it if we did not believe in it.
Absolutely not.
That's not our jam.
Yeah, but I will say, this is the bomb.
It was so funny because I had already, Sharon sent me one already and already did a giveaway on Cancer Grad, but Nora had not seen it. Nora and I, we don't live in we don't live in the same state. So when she got here, she got to open it up and feel it. It was like, oh my gosh. And High Roll from Mysterious Wicked Fighters. I gave to him when he was here. He was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool.
It's beautiful.
It is. Like, you should, like, I'm not even making that up. He was like, this is amazing.
It really is. And just like we do Cancer Grad, like, cancer is you get schooled on cancer, and you go to what's the word I'm looking for? You go to Cancer University, you get enrolled. And when you are enrolled into university ever, but when you're enrolled, you need your Trapper Keeper. Or you need your planners. You need to know what's going on. Sharon nailed it with this. This is amazing. So a little background, if you don't know about my CanPlan and the CanPlanner, Sharon was what we call the auditor. She was the primary caregiver. Her mom had been diagnosed and passed away. We call it the study abroad. She went to study abroad. And Sharon basically took all of the love and knowledge that she gained from her experience of such a painful experience and made it into this incredible planner that really, Sharon, you've thought of everything. And as someone who has gone through a cancer diagnosis and having hindsight be 20/20, pretty much everything you are going to need to track or that you would want or need for a diagnosis, Sharon has nailed it.
Yeah, and also like for caregivers, like or people cheerleaders of cancer patients who want to support them. And they're always asking, people always ask me, what should I do? How can I help? Buy them one of these. Or if you're a primary caregiver, get one for yourself, and then you track it. So even if they don't want to track it, you can
track this.
Yes. So tell the story about your husband. I want to hear this story.
My husband is he's a wonderful man, and he's a very practical type of guy, very pragmatic. When I was diagnosed, he was my primary caregiver, and he is amazing. I'm very lucky. One of the many ways that he shows love to me is through, I joke, he shows his love by building Excel spreadsheets for me. He does that for budgeting. He does it for pretty much everything. But he built two different... Yeah, exactly. It's pretty amazing. He built an Excel spreadsheet for the first time when I was going through chemo, and it was right after surgery, and I had so many medications I had to take at different points during the day, and shots, and it was a laundry list of things, and being in the midst of a cancer diagnosis and completely overwhelmed and anxious, it was hard for me to track. So he built two separate Excel spreadsheets. He first started with one, with all the medications that I needed to track and get back to my doctor with any questions. And then he decided that the first one wasn't good enough, so he refined the first one and made a second one that I have since shared with other friends and friends of friends who have asked me about his spreadsheets because the caregivers wanted to track. And while that was great and I really appreciated this, this is about 900 times better than that amazing Excel spreadsheet. Kevin, you are the bomb, and I love you for everything that you did for me.
But we're marrying Sharon.
I will say that this would have made your life much easier in dealing with me and a cancer diagnosis.
All right, so let's go into this thing.
Yes.
All right. So first, we're going page by page.
Yeah.
I'm scooching it. Scooching in, guys. Hang it. All right. So, first page in this is her story, Sharon's story. But then we also go, what is a CanPlan? What is it used for? CanPlan benefits. Then it goes into important contacts, a place to put everything that you need. Emergency contacts, right? And how they help.
Yes.
Oh, this is the one who pays it.
I love this. This is brilliant.
Do you want to explain this page?
Yes, this is the cancer roadmap. So it's a visual of basically hitting goals, and which is incredibly important when you're going through a visualization of when you are going to have your last diagnosis and hopefully come out Ned. Yes. So yeah, it's really important to hit those goals and those watermarks so that you feel like
and be able to see this.
Yes.
Oh, and we see a quick comment. Stephanie, thank you for doing this to support people with cancer.
Absolutely.
Yes, and mainly thank you to Sharon, because Sharon's amazing. And those of you tuning in, we are Cancer Grad.
Yes.
And we are guest starring on CanPlan. So Cancer Grad, we are Nora and Daniela at the OMG Summit this week. So that's where we're in New York, and we're like, let's talk about CanPlan while we're here. Okay, so next page. Those of you who just tuned back in, it is the goals. She put it like where it's top goals, secondary, primary, tertiary goals, and it has in here. It asks, why do you want to reach this goal? When do you want to complete it by? And then write or draw your plan of action, which is.
I would never have thought to do that, and now that I have this in front of me, I really wish I had thought to do this.
And she didn't just ask, what is your goal? It asks, why do you want to reach this goal? That is a question I think so many of us don't ask, of like, why do you want to reach this goal? Amazing.
She goes into the finances here, which is amazing, to track how much it is going to cost you.
The date of service, the description of service, the provider service, the amount paid by insurance, and the balance due.
It's amazing.
Which is really, really
super helpful, because it's not just about getting through a crisis. Unfortunately, it's also the finances that could make your anxiety soar more than cancer will.
Yes. And NPR, I was just listening to NPR, they just did a news story recently about the cost of cancer, actually.
I know you said you had calculated your costs.
Well, I saw all of my... Okay, so cancer, I got my insurance bills, and this is what insurance paid or charged. I don't know which. You guys know how that goes.
Just nuts in America.
Last year, it cost $1 million.
For breast cancer.
For breast cancer. For me to go through surgeries and for my chemo. So, $1 million. I am a lotto winner. But it was $1 million. That is insane. For
when you are literally
facing life or death.
Yes, exactly.
And
that is not something that
anyone wants
to. You can track it and figure out ways to go. This is a great way to track.
What are your co-pays if you have insurance? But they also, you can go to the hospital. I found out, and because we never asked what any of this is going to cost, how much is this going to cost me? You can go, and there's a certain floor on the hospital where you can go and ask patient services, and you can find out what the average cost is for the things that you are supposed to be getting, the MRI in advance. And so when you go and ask, you can go, why did I pay this much, or why are you charging me this much if this is how much everyone else is getting charged?
Yes.
So just a heads up, that would really be, I'd say, beneficial for the caregivers. If you guys can do this, because as a cancer patient, you're just dealing with the shit you're in.
Yes.
So...
getting back to CanPlan, one of the great things, speaking of these tips and tricks, are you can write down questions that you have for your doctor. So for all your visits to the oncologist about either treatment or whatever you're going through, you can write them down. But she also already thought ahead and has a list of suggested questions, which is freaking amazing. My husband, again, when he was my primary auditor, he would write down all the questions and bring them with, and we had our computer and we would open that. So this is great just to have this all in one place. Exactly. There's appointment trackers, which is amazing. Tips from cancer survivors and graduates, and 6 behaviors cancer graduates have in common. She has a list of this. Resources and support with direct contact information for anyone who's going through it, including the caregivers, the auditors. Research notes, how reliable this is.
I love this right here. It's so the source is research notes. Is this reliable? Circle yes, no, or not sure. I cannot tell you how many things people sent me that were so not reliable sources.
If you didn't eat enough broccoli, then you got cancer. Not reliable source. And if you've had cancer, you probably understand that joke.
Yes.
But there's, this month's focus on getting through treatments and your notes to yourself. I mean, it really is. It's an incredible, incredible planner resource.
And then we go to the meat of it.
Yes.
And these are not dated, so that you can date them yourself. And it's a daily tracker with a motivational quote at the top, and it tracks the day, the date, and your mood, and it's today's goals, your to-do list and notes, and it's medications, the time you are supposed to take it, and did you take it, and how many. Then side effects. Oh my God, to be able to track your side effects, your diet tracker, what did you eat, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, exercise log, action steps, new symptoms or irregularities, and then end of the day reflection. Did I feel good? Did I feel terrible? And, so you get to write that down. And I felt this way because, and then the best thing that happened to me today was.
That's great too. And on a positive note, it's huge. Huge. One of the things that blew my mind is she has places where you can turn that into charts and graphs of all of this data that you can collect with this. And it's amazing. It really.
So you can then see if there's a trend that goes with it.
Exactly, either with what you're eating or which medications you're taking, and you can track that. You have the data right here. The other thing I was going to say, I know in my own experience, when I was going through chemo, I had, of course, and I still kind of blame it on it, chemo brain, where I would forget everything. I mean, even down to just basic. I forgot the name of what a fork was. That's how bad it was. But one of the things that I had to start doing if I wanted to remember something was to put it in my phone and send an alarm to myself to kind of keep track. But don't even need to do that if you got this planner. It's amazing. You can write all this down as it comes, and it's super beneficial.
Yeah, and then we get to the end of the planner, and she then goes into using positive psychology, positivity, encouragement, 10 tips for attaining positivity and happiness, start each day off right, and there's activities that make you happy and that you're able to write down, present moment stuff. She just went into each of this.
It truly is incredible. One of the
collage of happiness.
And one of the things I want to touch on, as Sharon knows that she's lost her mother, Aniela knows she lost her mother to cancer. The unfortunate thing is not everyone comes out of a cancer diagnosis alive. And we recognize that, but with this planner, with the motivational stuff and the notes and things like that, it helps you deal with a shitty situation, but the goal is to have a quality life while you're here, whether you're diagnosed or not. And by really tracking the positive parts of your day, the things that you're grateful for, which you're grateful, that's huge in itself. So,
and we are all going to die.
Yep.
I'm not
way to bring it down.
You're all gonna die. But we are.
It's true. I'm gonna die. You're gonna die.
We're
all gonna focus on the now.
But for us to think that this, that we're not going to die at some point, whether
it's cancer or not,
having a way to make sure that you live a life that is finding the joy and finding that
quality.
Equality is so important.
Yes.
So important.
Yes. And this planner, I think, really helps focus on quality, and it focuses on the real, the data that you're going to need to track, and then it also focuses on financial, emotional, spiritual, physical. It really tracks everything, and it's
from the beginning, because when you first find out you have cancer, trying to figure out what am I supposed to even track is really hard. And being on the outside of this, we can look at this and go, yeah, no, this is everything.
And one of the things I also was thinking about is I kind of wish I had this planner when I was going through it for many reasons. But I think just as, what Aniela and I have been trying to create with Cancer Grad is to teach other people from your own experience. As if you graduated, then you can impart the knowledge that you've learned. We graduated from cancer. If I had tracked everything that I went through, both physically, financially, emotionally, spiritually, with this planner, for someone else who has been diagnosed after me, I could say, you know what, this was my experience, and maybe a lot of the things that I tracked in here, even if it was the day-to-day of how I felt.
You can use it as a reference.
Yes, exactly. Or even just to say, here, check out, this is basically the book of my cancer diagnosis. If you're going through it, find yourself in it and see what works for you and what hasn't, or the questions that I asked, or how I felt at different points of chemo. You feel a little less isolated. It's fantastic. It really is and it's just beautiful. Look at this. It's like,
and I'm a planner person. I even already have my other planner because I don't have cancer, so I can't use CanPlan. I even said, I told Sharon when she sent me this, I was like, I almost wish I had cancer again.
Almost. But no, I really don't.
But if I had cancer, I'd still be using that. I mean, I'm a planner girl. I love me some planners. I love planners, and so this planner is incredible.
It's the bomb. Sharon, you did a fantastic job.
A killer job.
Again, if you don't have to have cancer to buy this. If you are a caregiver or even just what we call a cheerleader, if you know someone who's been recently diagnosed, that you're looking for a practical gift.
Yeah.
I know so many people. This is a fantastic gift that's very practical and very helpful. Whether they realize it right now or not, they probably won't realize it at the moment. Maybe they will. But I think in hindsight, they will be so appreciative of being able to track with the CanPlan.
And even if it's just the caregiver if you are a cheerleader and you want to give this to the caregiver of somebody who has cancer, they then can track it because there's that question of, how do you feel at the end of the day? The caregiver could ask that and go, hey, how do you feel at the end of the day?
And track it.
Be like, oh, they feel like shit. Right. Or they feel great today.
Right.
And what do they do?
Or even if the doctor's like, how did you feel last week? Well, let me look at my planner.
Yeah, how do I feel the day after chemo, So it's fantastic.
We truly believe this is just, I love, it's beautiful. It's really well thought out, very well thought out. Yeah. And you can go to www.mycanplan.com.
To get your own.
To get your own and check out Sharon and give some props to her.
Yeah, and you can go to cancergrad.org. To go and enroll in our newsletters, and you can go to our Instagram and Facebook, all are Cancer Grad, and we add positivity to this, and we also have our YouTube channel, which is ridiculous. I just did a video of a puppet.
Yeah, Aniela basically has
I'm weird.
a puppet.
I'm weird. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're reconnected. All right, but that's probably telling us that we need to get off this thing.
Yes.
So we are done.
Check out mycanplan.com. Check out. It's amazing. And spread the news to anyone you know and love who might have cancer or if you know someone who's going through it, send them one. Yeah. It's fantastic.
Thank you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.